Check test. See if that took care of it. There we go. Good old OBS. Good evening, all. Here in a couple minutes, so about 4 minutes, I'll be streaming the OARS D-Star net. Sean, K0MAD, will be your net control. Well, thanks for stopping by. KE6GE, the Hillbilly Ham. It's where Ham Radio comes to life. And thank you there, Jacob. Here a second ago, OBS decided to go to default, and my mic wasn't working. But here in a few minutes, we'll be starting the net. And if you got D-Star capabilities and you're not local, you can join us on Reflector 59 Alpha, or we can get you checked in proxy through the YouTube. How you doing this evening there, Jacob? Oh, good. Can always use more VEs out there.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Monday Night D-Star Net on the OARS Repeater. We call this net every Monday at 8 p.m. on this frequency of 444.150, positive offset, and it is linked to Reflector 59 Alpha during the net. My name is Sean, and my call sign is K0MAD. While it's not an emergency net, if anyone has any emergency traffic at any time, please call break. Does anyone have any emergency traffic at this time, please call now.
So you're a general then. Yeah, I know what you mean.
All right, hearing none, we'll move on with announcements. I do use NetLogger for check-ins on the net, so if you wish to check in early through NetLogger, you may do so. The OARS Club meeting is now going to be every first Tuesday of the month, except for this next month in July. We're going to have it the 12th because of the 4th of July being on the, right there the first Saturday. So the next meeting at the OARS Club will be Saturday, July 12th at the Happy House Restaurant. Everyone's welcome to come in at 6 to eat, and 7 o'clock for the meeting. So we look forward to seeing you there. Again, that'll be July 12th, and then we're going to go to the first Saturday of the month from then on. Also, July 12th, we're going to do a fox hunt. We had a fox hunt this last Saturday. Well, it was a fun one. Not very many people showed up, but it was fun nonetheless. And the next one will be a driving hunt. No more, it won't be a walking hunt. It's going to be a high-powered fox, and we're going to be doing probably a 25-mile radius hunt with a single 25-watt transmitter. And I do want to keep the fox hunt somewhere centered between Monette and Springfield. So if anybody has any ideas in an area they'd like to do it, let me know. Cause myself, Lee, or Greg, one of the three of us are going to end up hiding it. So if you have any ideas, just shoot me an email. Our OARS Club has the 3 regular nets. Of course, we have the one tonight. Then we have the Tuesday night net on 146.970 at 7 o'clock. And then we have the Simplex net, 8 p.m. on Thursdays, 146.460. Dave, KE6GAE, the Hillbilly Ham, is streaming the net live. So if you want to see any sound or miss part of that, visit his YouTube channel. If we have any announcements of interest in amateur radio, please call now.
Yeah, Jacob, I'm glad to see guys wanting to. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to hit the button. KE6GAE. Yeah, Jacob, I'm glad to see.
You say you didn't mean to hit the button? All right. Well, we'll open up one more time. Any announcements of interest in amateur radio, please call now.
See guys wanting to get interested in becoming Vs, and I'm doing my best. I've been a ham for over 30 years, and I want to grow this hobby. And
okay. Well, I will say during the fox hunt, it was I can't think of his call sign, but Richard, him and his group were the ones that found all the foxes, and I think they learned how important an attenuator, a proper working attenuator, really is. Because let me tell you, you can get within 2 feet. You can get within 2 feet of a transmitter with a proper working attenuator. Anyway. Do we have any announcements, or not any announcements? How about any short-term mobile checking? Oh, Dave just said KC0QA. KC0QA was him and he had his boss there and a friend of his there. So that's who ended up finding the fox there. So anyway, any short-term mobile check-ins, please call now.
No, I'm glad to hear that, Jacob. If you run into what I call sad hams, start telling you that's not ham radio, you can't do that. Just ignore them. Find somebody else.
Okay, nothing heard. So, Dave, KE6GAE. Well, good to see you there on Saturday. Bummer you couldn't get there a little earlier.
KE0MAD and the rest of the net. Yeah, but when you got to take care of stuff around the house, you got to get that stuff taken care of first. But yeah, you definitely had some good hiding spots. And yeah, I would say he definitely learned how important an attenuator is. Because we had to gone down there, who knows how long they would have been looking for that last one. Other than that, hopefully the driving one will see more show up. Definitely going to be getting hot, so the driving hunts will definitely be nice. Other than that, it's definitely been a Monday. Already looking forward to the week to be over. But that's all we got tonight. Thanks for doing the net, Sean. We'll pass it back to Net Control. KE6GAE, back to Net Control.
Yeah, there was actually 2 important lessons there. The attenuator is one, but another thing is, too, is never go straight at your signal. That's how they ended up on the other side of the creek there, was they were trying to go straight at it.
Yep.
Always flank your signal. Triangulate it a little better. But yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed that. A little warm, but it wasn't too bad. kind of a crazy party they had going on there too. Anyway, let's see. I'm gonna hold off on William for a little bit because he's probably still around the net. So we'll move down to Harold K0SQS. How you doing, Harold?
K0MAD and the rest of the net, K0SQS. Doing fine, Sean. Thanks for asking, and thanks for running the net. Appreciate all your efforts. We missed you at the club meeting Saturday night. Hoping to hear a little bit about the plans for field day. So maybe you need to send out an email to everybody that's responding to Lee, to his email, about sending in your name if you're willing to participate in field day. Anyway, that's about it for Monette. That's all I've got going on. Back to you, Sean, K0SQS.
Okay. Yeah, I pretty much, if anybody's wanting to go, all you gotta do is email me and I'll send them the address, and of course they gotta get a hold of me, so I could let them back there. And we're still trying to hunt down a porta pot, but I think we got that getting a little closer.
Okay. Did you try Hill House?
Yeah, they're supposed to be getting back. They were supposed to get back to me today, but they didn't call me. But yeah, I got a hold of them. They're supposed to be calling me back. So hoping that works out.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks. K0SQS.
All right, Harold 73. Thanks for checking in. N0QL. Alan, how you doing?
Yeah, pretty good, Sean. Sitting here watching a little TV, watching what's going on over in Iran. Looks like we're going to have another hot one. Get it over with quick and wipe them off the face of the earth. That's the way I look at it. Outside of that, nothing new. Do a darn thing today. Didn't get called in to work. Didn't have to haul no cars. Just had a nice day sitting around sleeping and watching TV. They'll probably catch me before the week's over, though. Probably tomorrow. Because let's see, there's an auction in the morning, so maybe Wednesday I may have to go to work. I don't know, but I ain't going to stress over it. Let's put it that way. Glad to hear you back home. Missed you last couple of weeks here. Did you know if you got your antenna fixed, your coax, or whatever it was, or what the heck was going on down there? But haven't done anything on the radio. Just sitting here turning the anti-talkie on just in time this evening. Heard William talking, so I thought, yep, better get ready for the net.
Sorry about the echo.
That's why that will turn back to you, Sean. Thanks for running the net. I think we're going to have our field day up here at Lions Club Park again. I'm going to go there, I guess, run some 20-meter phone for them. I kind of enjoy that. That's all HF enjoys, this field day. Anyway, back to you, Sean, in 0QL.
Yeah, out there where we're gonna have it, it's one of the highest. It's like a plateau. It's like the highest point in the whole area around here. It's like 1,500 and 1,570, I think, is how high it is over there. And so pretty good spot. There's no noise. You know, it's out there in the backfield on our property. So it really is field day, you know. But anyway, yeah. And I think you're right about the other thing we're talking about there. So, anyway, thanks there, Alan. Appreciate you checking in. And then we got Kilo, Juliet 5, India, Zulu, Sierra. Looks like Josh. Let's see. Looks like Josh out of Texas. How you doing? Jacob. Sorry, Jacob. Jacob, KJ5, Eyes, yes, you there?
Sean, I think he just checked in to join the chat. He's actually in the YouTube. He doesn't have D-Star, and he's down there in Texas. So I might want to proxy him in.
Okay, I've got him proxied in. So, Jacob, hello. Nice to meet you. Thanks for jumping in the chat and saying hello there. All right, let's see. We'll try William, KD0NUI, see if he's done with the net that he's running. Oh, sounds like he's still going at it. So anyway, this is K0MAD, and we're at the bottom of our net logger list. Looking for over-the-air check-ins at this time. Please call now.
Whiskey Zero Hotel Lima.
KE0LTG.
This is Kilo 6, Kilo Julie Victor K6KJD, coming into Valley Springs, California, with an in and out, no traffic, God bless everyone. I'm eating dinner, so I'll be listening.
All right. Well, Kevin, enjoy your dinner. Thanks for checking in, and glad you jumped in there. Thanks for being loyal there. Appreciate it. Let's see. We have W0HL and KE0LTG, so we'll move up top of that list, which is Dennis, W0HL. How you doing?
Good evening there, Andy.
K0MAD in the group W0HL. Well, good evening, Sean, everyone else. Sorry I haven't been on much. It's summertime. That's all I can say. It seems like there's been a lot going on, and even though it's 8 o'clock at night, it's been busy. And it just hit me a while ago and ran in here and grabbed the radio and turned it on. So beautiful day here. Got the yard mowed in between the monsoons, so we're good for I guess 2 more days. We'll see what happens. So hope you're doing okay. Thanks for doing the net. W0HL.
If you're watching the stream, jump in the chat and say hi.
Hey, I completely understand, Dennis. Completely understand. Man, when the weather gets like this, everything gets crazy up until the point it gets, 9 million degrees outside. Then it starts to slow down around here. But then it gets really busy at work when it's 1 million degrees out. That's when I work 14 hours or more a day. But anyway, hey, thanks for checking in. You just check in there anytime you got time to. Let's see, we'll move down to Lawrence, K0LTG right here in Aurora. What have you been up to, Lawrence?
Well, I made a mistake on the day yesterday. Tried to call in and check on the net yesterday, and then come to find out it was Sunday instead of Monday night. So I don't know why I got my mind it was Monday yesterday, but anyway, I did do some programming on the HTs manually, where you program a repeater frequency manually, and then, of course, you have to save it into the channel mode. So it worked pretty good once I got all the steps down, and then after you program it in, you got to go back and straighten up the settings on your frequency mode to get going again. But anyway, I thought it'd be good to know, so I did get the steps on programming manually on my Baofeng, and also the Palm Shangs of the same steps, basically. Each time I see that film of that Air India flight that takes off and sinks in the ground, I keep thinking the auto throttle on those pilots' planes must have messed up and pulled back, and the landing gear didn't go up, and the other because the pilots at takeoff all of a sudden had a loss of power and was trying to get the engine speed up. So I keep watching that over and over, and it just looks like the way it settled down and failed into the ground, that something had pulled back the auto throttle and they couldn't get it shut off or to release to take control of it. But I guess later they're going to say what the problem was, but you look at the internet, everybody's throwing out their ideas of what's going on and what happened on that. It's a tragedy, but seems like something really went wrong on the throttle control that affected both engines. Anyway, been doing well. Just say 73. Looks like I'm going to be busy on some of those club activities here because I got other things planned on field day. But anyway, say 73 to the group, and we'll talk to you later. KE0LPG, clear.
All right, Lawrence. Yep, there's no telling what happened there. And I see we got, I just got on YouTube there, so I see everybody on the chat. We got Andy in there, Andy Cavley, and we got Jacob was in there, so I want to say hi to them. And Andy says he's going to give it a go next week. I'm going to hold him to it.
So am I.
We're holding you to it, Andy. By the way, Dave, his call sign, if I remember right, is 2E0RE. I have to look and see. But I think that's it. I may put him in here just for fun. But anyway, we're at the bottom of the list. Looking for Ian. Well, actually, no, let's move to William, see if William is around. K0NUI, K0MAD.
KD0NUI, we've made it.
How you doing? Did you have a good net?
Oh, good evening, and everybody on the net. Yeah, I had 9 check-ins tonight. Not too bad. It drug out a little bit, and just had some few people checking in and stuff. It did okay. I was using a mag mount on the roof, and that's what I'm using to go into the D-stall machine over there in Raleigh there. So I'm going RF from my station to the repeater this time around. Usually I'm on echo on the hotspot and doing all that, but I got something better now going. So, anyways, mag mount seems to work better than the base antenna on the tower here. I don't know why. It's weird, but anyways, it's 75 degrees here currently. 91% humidity and 72 on the dew point and 29.90 on the barometric pressure. And we got 0.08 in the rain gauge. I guess it must have continued rain after midnight. I guess we had rain all day yesterday too, some showers and rain. So it's been quite wet here right now. It's been really wet. We've had lots of rain here. We've got a whole bunch of rain here. And I think there's some more storms or bad weather coming in the next coming days. It sounds like. So we'll see what happens here. I guess I'll tell you, well, getting needed rain, I guess, maybe too much. But anyways, we'll be complaining in July or August. It's dry and hot as a pancake or something. I don't know. But anyways, that's about all I've got here. So I'll turn it back to you here, and glad I made it in here. This is KD0NUI, and I've got the GPS locked in, so that's a good thing also. So back to you.
If you're watching the stream, jump in the chat and say hi.
All right. Well, thanks for checking in there. Well, I'm glad you had your net there, and I need to try and get my shack all back together here. It is an absolute tore up disaster right now from stuff that has happened in here, but we're not going to go there. Anyway, appreciate you checking in. This is K0MAD at the bottom of our list. Looking for any more check-ins, please call now.
Kilo Charlie 0, short time.
Kilo Charlie 0, and then you cut out and I got short time. What's the rest?
That sounded like KC0QA.
Kilo Charlie 0, come again?
I'm pretty sure that was...
All right, well, we had a Kilo Charlie 0 something, and it didn't come through the rest of the way. So anyway, we'll call again. This is K0MAD with the Monday Night D-Star Net looking for check-ins. Dave, can you get on the gateway and see who that was so I can add them on the list. They were a no comment, but if you can see them on the gateway, I'll add them in there. Anyway, looking for any last-minute check-ins for the OARS D-Star net, please call now.
Comment, KD0 and UI.
Yeah, go ahead, William.
I believe that call sign was KC0QA. I believe the last part of his call sign was QA. You got the first part right, but the last part of it is QA. I'm not sure why he's not coming to an ear, and I hear him clear over here, but it's QA at the end of his call sign. There is the last bit of it. And he's mobile, was just for the count, I guess, more or less, or just checking in short time.
I guess I'm going to have to work with Richard and get his D-Star fixed.
All right, yep, that's Richard. That was the one that did Fox on Saturday. Hey, well, I appreciate you forwarding that to me. I wondered if it was the voice sounded familiar. Just never heard him on D-Star, so 100% wasn't 100% sure. So appreciate you filling me in there. And he just texted me too, so now we know for sure that's him. So Richard, if you're listening, we got you in there. Thanks for doubling back and letting me know it's who you were there. All right, well, we're at the bottom of the list once again. This is K0MAD and looking for check-ins.
Recheck K0SQS.
We got a pretty good net going tonight.
Yeah, go ahead, Harold.
Yeah, is Lawrence still here?
So, yeah, Andy, we'll be looking forward to you checking in next week.
Yeah, I'm still out here, Harold.
Okay, I was going to read you, here's the latest verified updates on the Air India I-171 crash based on AAIB's preliminary report released today. Root cause, unintended thrust reduction triggered by the captain's seat sliding backward during rotation liftoff. The seat's AFT lock mechanism failed, causing sudden rearward motion. The captain's body weight forcibly pulled the thrust levers to idle. First officer attempted to push the throttles forward, but could not overcome the captain's weight on the controls. Mechanical evidence wreckage inspection confirmed fractured seat track locking pins on the captain's seat. And they go on and give some other information. But anyway, I thought that would be tied in with what you were thinking. K0SQS.
Well, in small airplane engines or small airplanes, when that happens, they let go of the throttle and push it forward with their foot if they have to. I can't imagine the captain just hanging on all the way into the ground. But maybe some of those engines take a while to spool up. Maybe he got it loose and pushed forward and just didn't speed up the engines in time to, because some of those large planes take a little bit to get the engines up. But boy, it just looked like no, other than the engines losing power suddenly, there was no smoke or anything like they really blasted on the power, so I don't know. But yeah, thanks for letting me know, Harold, on that, because I thought, boy, they lost throttle somehow, and it just could not get it released. If you don't have your autopilots off and things, why, you just still don't have control of your own plane until you get the automatic stuff released. Thanks, Harold. I appreciate that. KE0LTG, clear.
Yep. Okay, Lawrence, K0SQS. Back to you, Sean.
All right. Thanks for passing it back. This is K0MAD. Do we have any last-minute check-ins for the OARS D-Star net? Anybody's welcome. You can link to Reflector 59 Alpha, or you can get to W0OAR B through the gateway. You're more than welcome. This is K0MAD. Well, nothing heard, so we had 11 check-ins, and that proxy, who that proxy? I proxied in Jacob, KJ5IZS. And let's see, Andy, W0OAR over in Gosport. I was reading that wrong. But anyway, hey, appreciate all that checked in tonight. And good to see the two there in chat. And hope to catch everybody next week on the next net. And maybe tomorrow on the Tuesday night net. Of course, we won't be able to get you, Andy, on the Tuesday night net. You won't be able to make it bigger. You can't make it that far. You can get to the live stream if we have. We don't have a live stream there. So we're going to shut the net down with 11 check-ins. Appreciate it all. Hope everybody has a great night. This is K0MAD. Going to let the frequency and the reflector go back to normal average use. 7-3.
All right, everybody. Thanks for stopping by the net, stopping by the stream. And Andy, definitely we'll be looking for you next week, checking into the net, Reflector 59 Alpha, or you can try the Gateway W0OAR Bravo. Either one. But thanks for everybody stopping by the net tonight. And hopefully everybody has a good week. We're going to say 73, y'all. And KE6GAE, I'm out. Oh, really, Andy? My mic audio's low? I guess I got to get rid of this cheap mic and see if I can get a better mic. All right. I'll have to work on it. I might have a problem with my mixer. Thanks, Andy. All right, 73, y'all. Have a good evening.